welcome back to our channel. We are the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And here is our review for Black Panther. Yay! But before we get into the review, I want to talk to you guys real quick about today's sponsor, and that is Viewer Reviews. So Viewer Reviews is a platform, a website where you can go on, and what I like most about it is when you sign up, they take you through a list of movies, the different genres that you like to watch, and they recommend all these movies for you, and you go through, and it's super quick to rate these movies. Now, when I say rate, I don't mean you have to sit there and like type up a review. I mean, you take your mouse and you click 1 star to 5 stars, and you just click, click, click. It took me like, I think,
it was
maybe
really easy.
8 minutes. Yeah, when you saw me do it, I was just flying by. And like, you get to a point too where you don't have to continue, but I just kind of went down a rabbit hole, and I just kept on going. And what you're doing there is creating, in a system, the movies that you like. So Viewer Review can actually match you up with movies that you will like based on the movies you have rated. What's also really cool is it'll match you up with different users with similar tastes. And what I like is that it opens up the window for you to kind of explore the movie that other people have seen that you may like. And what that means for me is that when I am searching for a new movie to watch, I can go and see the users that I have been matched up with, see if they like this movie, and if obviously our tastes are similar, I can kind of say, all right, well, they like this movie, I'm probably gonna like it, therefore I'm not gonna waste my time, which I hate because time is important. Aside from predicting the movies that you would like, what I also like is when you hover over a movie title, it tells you everything you need to know about that movie. For example, let's take Black Panther. When you hover over the title, it'll give you a summary of the movie, who is directing it, who is starring in it, the rating, the trailer, and where you can buy tickets.
What I found very helpful about this website is just how quickly you can go through, set up your account, and be able to just choose the movies that you like, how much you liked them, movies, even the movies that you didn't like. Make sure you put that 1 star on there, the 5 stars, the 4 stars, because then it gets a better idea of what you do and don't like, and it can give you the suggestions so you know what movies to actually go out and spend your time and money on, because both of those, especially for us, is very important.
Well, I hope you guys take the time to check out Viewers Review. We've been using it, we've been really liking it. The link is in the description box below. Now, let's get on and talk about Black Panther. Black Panther is directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, and Dinai Gurira. T'Challa returns to Wakanda after the death of his father to take his rightful place as King of Wakanda.
This movie takes place almost immediately after Civil War. The events of Civil War have happened, and T'Challa is returning back. And it's really interesting because, you know, there's always these movies of coming of age. Well, this is becoming of king. And that's what this movie really focuses on, is how hard it is to fill those shoes and then finding out about those shoes. And it's just a really in-depth movie that we're going to try really hard
to not
to give away any spoilers in this movie.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to see T'Challa go through the journey of returning home from what happened, from losing his father and him taking place as king. What I really loved about this, I mean, there's so much love, you guys, but what I loved, one of the first things that I noticed was how beautiful the world of Wakanda is. I absolutely loved it. It blew me away, just the color, the culture, the way it was set up, everything. Secondly, it's the technology. Now, everybody like who had read the comics are like, oh, the technology in Wakanda, and they've mentioned it before, like the technology in Wakanda is beyond imagination, and the vibranium is there. You know, Bucky, as we saw at the end of Civil War, was, you know, staying, or not staying, but like, yeah, I guess, you know,
he was put into hibernation.
Put in hibernation. Thank you for finding my words for me. In Wakanda. So it's just amazing what they did and what you can see on the screen and the different technologies they have. It is so advanced. Like, Iron Man would be so jealous if he'd be like a kid in a candy store. The third thing that is my favorite are the ladies of Wakanda. Yes, queen. I am absolutely in love with all the ladies, and I know it's about Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan. I see you, I hear you, you guys are great, but these ladies really made the movies for me because they are fearless, they're not afraid to speak their mind. Okoye, who is played by, I may not be saying her name correctly, Dinai Gurira, Michonne from The Walking Dead. So she's fierce in The Walking Dead. But my God, have that show been underusing her. She could do all that in this movie, and then you don't do that. I can't. I loved the exchange between the ladies, between the ladies and the king, and they have a lot of respect for the king, but they poke fun at him a little bit. Like, there's very much that sense of brother sisterhood.
A family.
That family. Speaking of family, Angela Bassett, who plays the mother, and Shuri, who plays his sister, and she was probably next to Okoye, my favorite, because she's younger, she's super hip, and her comeback is super quick, witty, and she is smart. She is smarter than T'Challa. She may be smarter
but
than Tony
still
Stark.
a very fierce warrior.
Yeah.
And that is something that they did very well in this movie, was to balance out these incredibly strong women with a great cast, and to have Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan. Now, the thing that I loved probably the most about, as you might have guessed, we really liked this movie.
What?
We really enjoyed it, but the thing that really struck me the most was just the storyline that the movie followed, because it's a very Shakespearean kind of story, where
theatrical.
it's and not just that, but it has that kind of, I hate to use the word that's epic, because that they use that in so many different terms, but the way that it's just like legendary, to where it's the king trying to find his rightful place, a new king, and then there's a challenger to the throne, and how does he react to that? How does it make him grow as a person? But then yet the new challenger is something that the people want, but yet should he follow? And then is it the direction that he wants to go? And all of the revelations that he finds out, the things that he finds out about the person, that's about Michael B. Jordan's character.
Eric Killmonger.
And, I love the way that you didn't see a lot of this coming. But yet it wasn't like a big kind of reveal to the story, because that kind of blows it out of proportion. The way everything flowed and the way that everything moved, every character in this movie had an incredible place in it. Claw had a really good place. I can't remember his name.
Andy Serkis?
No, Andy Serkis, yes.
Martin Freeman?
Yeah.
Agent Ross.
Agent Ross did a great job on playing his role, knowing his part. That was the direction of this movie, was very well. Everyone kind of knew their part, knew their role, and who they were supporting, where they were lifting up characters, and I just loved how everything flowed and went from one point to another, and it never seemed jarring at all.
I completely agree with you, and I want to go back to talk about Killmonger just a little bit more. Michael B. Jordan, okay, now we know, we've seen him in Fruitvale Station, in Creed, and now Black Panther. Ironically, all three of those movies that I just named are directed by Ryan Coogler, so they obviously work very well together.
Yeah.
And Ryan Coogler definitely has an eye for talent, and he's such a good storyteller, and thank you for taking care of Black Panther for us.
Oh.
But I would have to say Killmonger is probably my favorite villain next to, I'm going to put him on the same level as Loki.
Oh, really?
Like, I've been struggling with this, like, Loki came first, I really like him, he's good looking, and then, like, Michael B. Jordan's kind of like, I really like him, he's good looking.
Oh, true, and there's also some moments.
Not saying being good looking, it's a bonus, that's all.
It's the icing on the cake.
Yes.
Kind of thing. And you know what? And there are some moments in some of the less popular movies that Loki's in that, that weren't as good, but the whole story arc with Killmonger is so well done.
Yeah.
His motivations, his driving force in this movie is so well defined. And I just loved the way that Michael B. Jordan just drove that bus through it. And it was so well done. There's a couple moments where you're just like, whoa, okay, I can see why he would do something so shocking and so real, because you could see his motivations behind it.
Yeah, and he 100% believed in his cause. And that's what makes a villain so good. It's like with Loki, like, he believed his cause, and he will do anything to, this is what I want, I'm gonna go get it, and I've been wanting this my whole life, and I am just so thrilled with this entire movie, and I've been thinking about what I possibly didn't like about this movie, and it's really, really hard to say because I obviously like the main cast. The supporting cast is great. Daniel Kaluuya is in this movie. He's fantastic. Jordan K. Brown, Angela Bassett. How do you not like her? I would say my only, it's not even a weak point. I'm like nitpicking here. It's Forrest Whitaker, and I like him. And the only part that kind of took me out is because, and maybe because I watched Rogue One like not a couple of days ago on DVD, but like. He kind of was walking around and he said something and he's got like a raspy voice.
Yeah,
so it kind of So it kind of like came in and I got pulled out for a second. I was like, oh, it's funny. Like Disney, Star Wars, Disney, Marvel. Like he's in both. And I was like, Bugatti or whatever it is. Like
the Bugatti.
whatever creature. So that kind of pulled me out for a second. I kind of chuckled, but it's like I said, that's a really nitpicky point. How I feel after I saw this movie, it's the same feeling I got like after I saw Winter Soldier and Civil War. Like, you want to nitpick and find, like, the positives and the negatives of the film, but it's, like, really, really hard because I really 100% like this movie.
And you get really into it. You kind of focus, you lose focus around you.
Yeah.
And you're just so involved in the movie, in the motivations. And it's just an incredibly well-rounded movie.
I'm trying to find the runtime for this movie. The runtime is 2 hours and 14 minutes.
You did not notice.
Definitely long. My butt felt it afterwards. But when it was over, I was like, oh, wait, it's over. Can we have more? So, is there anything else you want to add to this review before we give our ratings?
I have to admit, I love the movie. I am all for it. My rating on this movie is a catch it opening night. I mean, to get the people that are to get that crowd and to get that, involved, and it's just a great movie to go see. So catch it opening night.
I remember one extra thing, but I will say as I'm giving my rating is the same as Dustin's. Catch it opening night. This is a movie you see in Prime, IMAX, whatever, like best like Dolby Atmos surround sound that you can possibly find. See it opening night with a crowd, with your friends, because they're going to be loud, they're going to be excited, and you're going to love it. And then the one thing I forgot to talk about, the album. You guys, the music is so good, and sometimes that musical cue kind of comes in, and you separate that from the movie. This one blended together for me, where when the music was over, I was like, oh my god, what was that song? I loved it. What was I listening to?
And then something else, the way that the music went in with the action scenes, that's something we completely skipped over. Well, the fact that the action scenes were so good, the fighting, when the Wakandans were fighting, I don't want to spoil too much,
but it's damn good.
It is really good. Some really cool fighting, and I just loved the way Black Panther fought. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see this movie in the theater again. It definitely deserves a second viewing. Well, you guys, that's it for this movie review. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comment section below what you're looking forward to most when you go see Black Panther. Is it Chadwick Boseman? Is it Eric Killmonger? Or is it the ladies of Wakanda? Or something else? Comment below, let us know. As always, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.